This story is drawn from The Lord of the Rings, Tolkien's appendices, and other writings such as The Silmarillion and Unfinished Tales. What follows is a chronological retelling of the life of Aragorn, son of Arathorn, the ranger, the warrior, the king. Now, let us begin. Aragorn's story begins not in Gondor, not in Rohan, but in the shadows of secrecy. He was born in the year 2931 of the Third Age, the son of Arathorn, chieftain of the Dúnedain, and his wife Gilraen. But his life was marked by tragedy from the very start. When Aragorn was only 2 years old, his father was slain by orcs. To protect the boy from Sauron's servants, he was taken to Rivendell and raised in the safety of Elrond's house. There, he was given a new name, Estel, meaning hope. He did not know his true lineage nor the destiny that awaited him. In Rivendell, Estel grew wise and strong, nurtured by Elrond, who loved him as a son. He learned lore, healing, and the ways of the elves. But when he turned 20, the truth was revealed. Elrond told him who he was, Aragorn, son of Arathorn, heir of Isildur. He placed in Aragorn's hands 2 treasures of his line, the Ring of Barahir and the Shards of Narsil, the sword that once cut the One Ring from Sauron's hand. That same year, Aragorn first met Arwen, Elrond's daughter. Though she was far older, their love was instant and unshakable. Yet Elrond gave a stern warning. Arwen would not wed any man less than the king of both Gondor and Arnor. To win her hand, Aragorn would have to reclaim the thrones of his forefathers. Thus began Aragorn's long years of wandering. He became a ranger of the wild, captain of his people, and a soldier in many wars. Under the name Thorongil, he fought in Rohan and Gondor, winning the trust of men though his true identity was hidden. In Gondor, he served steward Ecthelion, father of Denethor. His wisdom and skill in battle made him beloved among the people, yet after years of service he vanished without explanation, for his path led elsewhere. For decades, Aragorn roamed Middle-earth, from the distant south to the far east. Few knew of his deeds, yet he became a master of war, a friend to the elves, and even traveled into the dark land of Mordor in secret, gathering knowledge of the enemy. Wherever there was need, Aragorn went, always as a shadow, never yet as a king. When Gandalf the Grey sought to uncover the truth of the One Ring, Aragorn stood at his side. He watched over the Shire from afar, guarding Frodo Baggins and his kin from threats they never even knew. In those days, he was known simply as Strider, a mysterious ranger haunting the wild. It was Strider who led the hobbits from Bree, guiding them through hardship and battle. At Weathertop, he fought desperately to protect Frodo from the Nazgûl, and it was he who brought them at last to Rivendell, where the fate of the ring was decided. At council of Elrond, Aragorn revealed his true name and lineage. Though Boromir of Gondor doubted him, Elrond declared that the heir of Isildur had returned. Aragorn pledged his sword to Frodo's quest, and so became one of the Fellowship of the Ring. The Fellowship's path was hard. Through Moria's darkness, across the golden wood of Lothlorien, and down the river Anduin, Aragorn proved himself a leader. When Gandalf fell to the Balrog, it was Aragorn who held the company together. His words gave hope when despair threatened to consume them. At Amon Hen, when the fellowship broke, Aragorn faced his greatest test. He longed to follow Frodo, to protect him. But realizing that Frodo's journey must be his alone, Aragorn turned to save Merry and Pippin, captured by orcs. With Legolas and Gimli, he began the chase that would echo through history. Aragorn's deeds in Rohan cemented his legend. He aided King Theoden against Saruman, fought in the great battle of Helm's Deep, and won the respect of men and elves alike. But darker choices awaited him. At Isengard, this Palantir revealed to Sauron who he truly was, and so Aragorn made the bold decision to claim his destiny. With the reforged blade and Duril, Flame of the West, in his hand, he marched toward his fate. In Gondor, Aragorn's path grew ever clearer. When Minas Tirith faced destruction, he took the paths of the dead, summoning the Oathbreakers bound by Isildur's curse. With their ghostly aid, he destroyed the corsairs of Umbar and brought a fleet of ships to the White City. At the Battle of the Pelennor Fields, Gondor was saved, though at great cost. Yet Sauron's power was not broken. Aragorn knew the ring could only be destroyed in Mount Doom. To give Frodo a chance, he led the armies of Gondor and Rohan to the Black Gate, daring Sauron to come forth. Against impossible odds, he stood tall, proclaiming himself not Strider the Ranger, but Elessar, heir of Elendil. And in that final hour, as Mordor's legions surrounded them, Aragorn's courage bought the time Frodo needed. The ring was destroyed. Sauron was cast down. The Third Age was saved. After the war, Aragorn was crowned King Elessar of Gondor and Arnor. The White City shone again. Banners flew, and the line of kings was restored after nearly 3,000 years. At last, he wed Arwen Unfinished, and their love, long tested by time, was fulfilled. Aragorn ruled wisely for over a century. His reign was marked by peace, prosperity, and the renewal of his people. But all stories must end. In the year 120 of the Fourth Age, Aragorn Elessar chose his time to pass. He laid down his crown, bidding farewell to his people, his son Eldarion, and to Arwen, who would fade in sorrow. So ended the life of Aragorn, son of Arathorn, ranger, warrior, king. Aragorn's legacy is one of hope, courage, and humility. Though destined for greatness, he lived first as a wanderer, a servant, and a friend. And in the end, he became more than king. He became a symbol of the strength of men and a reminder that even in the darkest of ages, hope can endure. This was the story of Aragorn, the last of the Dúnedain, and the first king of the reunited realm. If you enjoyed this retelling of Aragorn's journey, be sure to give the video a like. It helps others discover these stories. And if you'd like to hear more epic tales from across books, films, and legends, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you never miss the next adventure. May your road always lead to hope.